right, hi everyone, this is Intuitive Edge. Welcome once again to my channel. It's been a few days since I've been on here. It's been crazy busy where I'm at. I've had a lot going on, and maybe I'll share that later on with you, what I've been doing on the side. I've got my hands in something and I'm up to my eyeballs in it. So it's keeping me very busy. But I want to get back on here and create some videos for you because I miss talking to all of you, and I hope you're doing well. Okay, it's time to take a look at what's coming up in the news. What are we going to be seeing that's ahead? So I'm going to lay out some cards and we'll get into the cards right now. I'll be right back. Okay, what I did was I laid out 9 cards and they're in rows of 3. So what I get with this and what I'm sensing intuitively for something coming up, I get a message coming in about a conflict. It could be over the Ukraine situation, but I just sense some type of conflict coming in and a message about it. And it's a kind of a big deal, big transformational deal. There's a message coming about a conflict or a war. I'm getting like war games, warships. I'm seeing like fighter pilots kind of in the air. But then I heard a bunch of laughter, like uproarious laughter. I saw it, what I was being shown in my mind's eye was like a situation room. And then all of a sudden people are just breaking out in uproarious laughter. But it was kind of not a very nice laughter. They were thinking it was funny, but it wasn't very funny. There's something about being led into a battle or led into something, but it was like the battle wasn't really there. It was like there. It's fake. It's a paper mache doll. It's something it looks bigger than it is. It looks big and scary, but it's like empty. It's empty. There's nothing to it. So I'm not sure what this is. What I sensed the laughter was about was laughing at the United States. And that wasn't very nice to feel, but that's what I'm sensing. Kind of laughing at us and seeing, oh, let's see if we can get them to do this kind of thing. Like toying with us and then laughing about it. So I think it's the globalist players that think something is really funny and they're trying to see if they can goad the United States into doing something that's going to make us look silly, and then they get to laugh about it. That's what I feel. Okay, so we'll see what happens if it is the Ukraine thing or if it's something else, but that's just the feeling I get. Kind of an icky feeling, like someone's laughing at our expense. Okay, that's what I get with that. I kind of get that things are going to be heating up in the news regarding potential skirmishes or wars and rumors of wars kind of stuff heating up. I don't sense there's a lot to it. Again, I'm getting that same feeling of there's stuff going to be coming up, but it's kind of, there's a fake to it. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. And of course, the media is very good about selling the fear. Oh my gosh, there's going to be war, and they're marching their drum beats out and screaming about all of that. But it's not all true. I keep focusing back in on that initial card that we have the death card coming out, and then a message about a conflict. But then I've got another card next to this death card that is the card, the 5 of Swords. And it's looking right back at the death card. And then we have the card of the 9 of Wands, of waiting. And it's like this conflict, staring death in the face and then having to be put on hold or waiting. So I'm getting the sense that there's somebody or some players that are wanting to start a war. I don't know that it's going to play out in the worst case scenario. because part of it feels fake, but I'm coming back to that battle, staring death in the face, and there's this element of either being put on hold or having to wait. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to play out the way some people might want. There's a lot coming up in terms of being vulnerable and also getting to the bottom of things. I'm still with this whole wargaming kind of scenario that's happening. This feels like kind of the big push. And there's many, many facets to it. I do feel it's going to lead to a lot of exposure, but it could also be highly embarrassing for the United States, depending on what happens. This has got to be handled very delicately because it could just be a real laughingstock, and maybe that's that uproarious, hideous laughter I was hearing. And also, I do sense that things will be exposed. It's going to have to be handled very delicately. Just looking at the cards here, the central card is the Seven of Pentacles. And this card of reflection could really end up feeling like you're on the losing end of something. And what you wished for or you had hoped for didn't pan out the way you thought it would. Now that could go for the evildoers, the bad players as well, those that are trying to instigate a war at other people's expense. In the end, it's all going to be exposed for what it is. And I don't think the facade... I get the image of like an old Western movie for those in the United States. If you remember those old Westerns, and they would make those movie sets to look really old. That's what I sense with it. It's like a facade. There's this fake feeling. The town isn't real. It's just a movie. It's a script. It's not. There's nothing really there, but it looks real on the outside. And that's what I think we're being led into, is something that's not exactly real. And eventually it will be exposed. It will come out. But in the meantime, the probably more prudent thing is to wait and not react. And I get like some type of intervention on this conflict, or trying... Oh, okay. I've got the upside down Knight of Cups looking at the Five of Wands. And to me, that Knight of Cups, with it being reversed, it's like you're trying to make an offer that isn't working, or it's not being received, or what you're trying to get across is not helpful, or you're just being obstructed, and it's like a hit and miss. It's just not the right solution to the problem. And that is the only upside down card in this whole spread of 9, is that upside down knight trying to intervene in a conflict that the solution is not helpful. And that Queen of Swords has her back to all of that. And she's looking like, well, of course not, because the Queen of Swords is the one that gets to the bottom of things, and she doesn't take anybody's BS. And so she's like, of course you have it wrong. The other, this way is better. And she's pointing the complete different direction. So there's focus on this conflict, but the conflict may even be fake. There's something that isn't true about this whole thing. And part of it feels like maybe it's a movie set. Maybe we're just watching, some screenplay being played out in real time. I don't know. but there's something fake about it. It will come out in the long run. But the key for, at least for the United States, because I live here, would be for us to not intervene in another's conflict, especially when it could be a trap. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, and underneath all of this, I have the Two of Cups, card of partnerships, card of meetings and arrangements, and that could be part of the problem too, is bringing sides together to work out an issue that maybe there's a third point to consider, that maybe someone else is meddling to begin with. Okay, sorry if that sounds very jumbled. I hope you were able to make sense of that. But that's what I get, this whole thing. There's something weird about it, and eventually the truth will come out. So hold that intention that the truth is available. The truth is there for all to see, and the rest is just illusion. So, all right, that's what I have for this week ahead. That seems to be the dominating theme. So, going forward, at least for the next week or so, that's what we may be seeing playing out. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll catch you next time. This has been Intuitive Edge. Bye for now.